Greetings, it's Johnny. So I might include this into my next video, or I'll throw it up on YouTube. So Johnny's love potion is empty. Time to make some new stuff. Thought I'd bring you along to see what I'm putting into it now. So of course, first I need the funnel. Mason jar funnel. You always have one of these in your house. They fit the jar very nicely. Now if it's a big mouth, they don't fit it as much, but it still works. But it's if you're just trying to pour things. By the way, if you see these spoons, I got these spoons to put in my jars because they fit. They're great soup spoons. See the difference? Big difference. So we are going to start with, I'm going to add some ginger to the jar, which is something new. We'll go with 3. Those, and we want some garlic. This is minced garlic. I'm not going to put mint in this one. We of course want some turmeric. Turmeric is good for the joints, muscle pain. I want some Italian seasoning. I guess I should order some more of this. I think that the Italian seasoning has basil in it, but I'm going to add some more basil. It's not sweet that way. I'm actually going to add some sugar. This is cane sugar. You can see by the color. Not that artificial beet sugar that you see around. Just sweetens things up a little bit and help counteract that ginger, because that ginger is pretty strong. I'm going to do 3 scoops. It's really maybe 3.5. And add up a new jar. Fill it. Now we need black pepper. So instead of minced garlic, I'm using minced onions. I'm using garlic powder, and what's nice is that it adds that onion flavor without, because the mince has to hydrate before it can be effective. And there usually isn't really much time for it. Jar's getting kind of full now. The thing I left is pepper. I have some mustard powder, but I'm not going to use that because my bottle's a little too full. Hopefully I'll be able to mix this. I'm going to put some more black pepper in there. Looks like I could use some more black pepper and Italian seasoning. Now the pepper will activate turmeric. There. Check that out. It's Johnny. So, I got myself a wok. My wok. Believe it or not, I bought it off of Amazon. At least this one I can lift. So it's cast iron and it's got, I don't know. I haven't completely been sold on it yet. It does come with a cover. And if you make popcorn in it, it's really kind of funny to watch. Because it pops around, it blows out to the edges, and then you see a hole in the middle where the kernels are, and they pop, blow out to the edges. It's kind of a funny thing. I might videotape at some point, but not today. So I'm just going to make a vegetable dish. Here's something that I found at Target online actually. It's already cooked rice. I'm not really supposed to eat brown rice, and it was kind of like ordering fudge. So the sodium's kind of high on these. 115. And potassium is high because it's brown rice. If I got white rice, there wouldn't be any potassium in it. Now it doesn't list the potassium, but because it's brown, we know. So this is kind of a high sodium thing, and I really shouldn't be having it. But It's kind of nice in a pinch. So this serving size is a cup. So it's 115 milligrams for one container. It's 2 servings, but it's you get 2 servings in here. There's 2 of them in there. So I'm actually going to use both of them. But last Friday, this is Thursday, last Friday I got the 2nd dosage of the vaccine. And needless to say, it has not been a pretty week. So I'm going to take you along and show me I'm making some vegetables with rice. And you know what goes good in here too is pineapple. Alrighty, so turn up the heat. First step is some nice olive oil. Kind of a liberal amount of olive oil. I'll let that heat up a little bit. Get ready with the next bag. Usually my frying pan seems like everything kind of wants to fall out because the side's so high up. Made myself a new batch of my love potion. So we'll put a scoop of that out there. Here's some rice. Now I can make my own rice, but this is a lot easier. When I make my own rice, I'm going to end up with quite a lot. And then I have to basically eat it before it goes bad. So this just gets me past that. Make up just enough for one meal. Yeah, they give you one of these with it. Hey, you can't ask, what else can you ask for? They give you a spatula. They don't want you using metal. I have these about 15 ounces, not quite 15 ounces. It's a fair amount. They're not in the metal cans, which give you that metally taste. It's chunks though. I will put the whole thing in. I'll just put half of it in. Because might be a little too much. It sure makes cooking things. This would be a great thing to cook the hamburger dish in because you don't have the stuff going up off the sides. Now if you had some chicken or some sliced pieces of steak or something, you could throw that in here. You know, while it's all working on there. I'll try to remember to put a link for the walk in the description of the video. Nice thing about cast iron is you can turn the flame off and it'll keep on cooking for a little while, so you don't have to cut down on your fuel costs. Give a chance for that rice to suck up some of the juices. Really, this is like what you get at a Chinese restaurant because they don't cook rice all the way through, whether it's brown rice or white rice. You can tell that because if you put it into the freezer in the refrigerator for leftovers, it'll all be like a rock because they only cook it so far, and then they say, okay, it's good. They don't cook it all the way so that it's actually fluffy. Well, maybe if you're eating in the restaurant, but if you do take home, they kind of treat you differently. But can't get better than that, can you? Ta-ta. Greetings, it's Johnny again. So we're gonna make us some popcorn in the wok. Now, people have been making popcorn since they invented it back in what, 3 million years ago? I don't know. Whenever they started doing corn. Now I usually use my saucepan to cook popcorn. And if you put too many kernels in there, they'll burn before they cook. A frying pan works well because there's more surface area. But I don't have a cover for my fry pan or my cast iron. So my wok does. Lots of ways of cooking it. Microwave, hot air poppers. There's the microwave popcorn, but if you've ever read the ingredients to microwave popcorn, the stuff is indescribable, what they put in it. So I just have basically Orville Redenbacher popcorn. That's what I use. I've had some Amish popcorn, but it's actually a nicer popcorn than the Amish popcorn, except it's sweeter for some reason. So for me, it spikes my sugar. And I'm going to take an old-fashioned olive oil, put them in the pan. Do you know that you shouldn't eat olive oil raw, that you should always warm it up in a saucepan before you add it to your salad dressing? I didn't know that. Learned it from a food scientist. So I have my cool spoons. I actually like the Orville Redenbacher the best. So I'm going to do 4 spoonfuls. We got the lid. Meanwhile, while we're waiting, I got my little cup, little dish. It's a little dish. It's little. Yeah, it pops in the middle and then blows out to the side. It's really kind of cool. It's actually better to pop it in smaller quantities, like do 2 scoops and then do it twice, or 3 scoops and do it twice. You get more of a yield. But you get the gist. They're not all perfect. Is anybody perfect in the world? Just shake a little bit of that cheese on there. Other variations is to use onion powder and cinnamon and sugar. Not that I have a sweet tooth or anything. So until next time, happy cooking. Happy cooking. Don't be afraid to experiment.